Hi, my name is Sherry, and I'm currently serving in a district role supporting K-5 teachers with MTSS in both literacy and behavior, with a particular focus on K-2 classrooms. This year has brought a steep learning curve as I've transitioned into this new position, along with our district adopting a new reading curriculum. For this text selection assignment, I chose to focus on identifying texts that could supplement the knowledge component of our new reading adoption. Many classroom teachers have been asking for additional text options, so I used this opportunity to begin building a set of resources to support our first grade team with high-quality, nonfiction informational text. In choosing the text for this assignment, I looked at the scope and sequence for Grade 1 and chose a book out of Domain 1, Domain 4, and Domain 6. The first book I chose was The Empty Pot by Demi. It fits under Domain 1, Fables and Stories. It's a favorite amongst our early elementary classrooms, especially kindergarten to second grade. What I love about this story is that it's more than just a literacy text. It offers resources across multiple subjects and can also offer meaningful classroom discussion. I believe the heart of The Empty Pot lies in its SEL message, teaching honesty and courage through Ping's story. It encourages students to share their own personal experiences with telling the truth, even when it can be hard. For reading and language arts, it focuses on comprehension skills, identifying characters, setting, sequencing events. It has theme for honesty, integrity, and perseverance. Along with vocabulary, there's many new words like emperor, seed, bloom, and honest. This story also opens doors to social studies by exploring Chinese culture and traditions, discussing values like honesty and fairness. You can locate China on a map and connect it to real-world geography. You could also build science connections where students can learn about plant life cycles. They can conduct experiments by planting their own seeds. And like almost all text, it does have a few challenges, especially for first grade. For example, some vocabulary and concepts may need explanation, and the cultural setting requires background knowledge. The second book I looked at was If You Had Your Birthday Party on the Moon. It fit under Domain 4, Astronomy. This book is a fun and fact-filled picture book that takes you out of this world. I believe that it was a fantastic way to connect science and your imagination. It compares life on Earth with what it would be like to celebrate on the moon. The science connections in this book, for example, they talked about the moon's environment, no air, low gravity, no atmosphere, physics, how gravity affects movement. This book also featured beautiful, bright illustrations, fun, imaginative concepts that made science relatable. For example, it talks about in 2001, Pizza Hut delivered pizza to the International Space Station. Another feature I liked in this book was the glossary for vocabulary development and also many sidebars on pages. Some additional strengths of this book were great cross-curricular connections between science and literacy, some resources for scientific inquiry using videos and NASA resources. Some things to consider: lots of the pages have a lot of information. The information may feel not much like a story. You might want to break it up as you're using it with first graders. And some of the things may have some complex scientific ideas that would need some additional teacher support. The third story I looked at was called Galapagos Girl. It fit under Domain 6, Animals and Habitats. This is a beautiful bilingual story inspired by a real person who grew up in the Galapagos Islands. This book offers bilingual text in English and Spanish, which supports our multilingual classrooms that we have in our district, along with gorgeous illustrations and engaging storytelling. This story is simple, but it's also very rich in meaning, blending personal story and scientific awareness. Along with it supports cross-curricular connections. It's ideal for science, so animals and habitats, geography, the islands, and then literacy with the bilingual reading and vocabulary development. I also appreciated the fun facts about the Galapagos animals that you meet during the story. It also encourages respect for nature and conservation. A potential weakness for first grade use would be that some of the vocabulary may be advanced, words related to wildlife, ecology, maybe geography. And also, you probably want to do some work around some background knowledge. Many first graders may not know where the Galapagos Islands are or understand why they're so special. I'm excited to share these 3 books with our first grade teachers. I believe that this set encourages first graders to think about being brave, curious, and honest in different situations. Each story shows a character who faces a challenge and makes a choice. Ping tells the truth in The Empty Pot. A child imagines what it'd be like to celebrate on the moon. And Valentina learns to care for animals in nature in Galapagos Girls.